Hey beautiful soul, welcome back to another video here on my channel. If you are new, hi, my name is Natalie and this is Be a Free Spirit. Here on my channel I focus on bringing the unconsciousness to the light, so I focus a lot on the self, so self-love, self-awareness, self-growth. So if that's something that you're interested in, please consider subscribing and joining the community. Today's pick a card reading is all about where you're at on your soul mission. So just to give you kind of an update, right? Like a snapshot of this is kind of what's currently going on in your soul mission. Felt really called to do this. I've been, uploading a lot of videos about empowerment, and so that's really where I feel like the collective energy is going. So it's now kind of saying, okay, so where are we at, right? Where are we at in our soul mission? So I'm excited to jump into this. Before we do that, I do want to just say a couple of disclaimers. So just as usual, if there's something in this video that doesn't resonate, could be that message wasn't meant for you. If you're also drawn to multiple piles, it's okay to choose more than one pile. Use your intuition. I also like to add on my channel that not every pick a card reading that I upload may call to you at this point in time in your journey. Please just use your intuition and really decide if this was meant for you right now, or if maybe it calls to you at a later time. So I trust you guys completely and your intuition is your best bet. So wanted to put those disclaimers out there. So let's jump straight into the deck selection. All right, so here's a close-up of the decks, starting with pile 1. This is aquamarine. This is pile 2. This is Angel Aura. This is pile 3. This is Pink Tourmaline. This is pile 4. This is Amethyst. All right, so as usual, I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys 30 seconds to meditate with those crystals, and then we'll jump straight into the reading. All right, I hope that gave you guys a moment to meditate with the crystals. Let's just go ahead and jump straight into the reading. Timestamps are listed down below for your group. All right, group 1, welcome to your reading. Let's jump straight in. So we're gonna start with some oracle cards, then we're gonna go to tarot cards, an animal spirit oracle card, and then more oracle cards. So you're probably familiar with, these two different decks. So I just want to point out, in case you're kind of seeing these mixed up, I've taken these decks and kind of went through every single card and categorized and kind of made my own decks. That's pretty common. I think people find similar things that are very similar within these decks, but I wanted to still be able to use them. So if you see kind of mixed cards, that's why. I just wanted to give you a little bit of an explanation. But the first ones are just going to give us a little bit of a snapshot into what's going on currently in your soul path. Tarot cards will go more in detail, and then the last oracle cards are more kind of last messages. Okay, so let's jump straight into it. We have weight of the world, boundaries, let it go, it's not yours to carry. Okay, so I'm getting that you're an empath, which makes a lot of sense because there's a lot of water energy here, right, with the aquamarine, and this is so beautiful and definitely watery. Like every time I look into it, it really does remind me of like, you know, an ocean, Atlantis. It gives me like those type of vibes, right? So that's really what I'm feeling already. So weight of the world. So you're probably an empath. There's a lot of water energy here, so you could be a water sign. But right now what's needed within your soul path and your soul journey is building these boundaries. And it could be something that you're already aware of, right? You might already be working on this. If you're not already working on this, be very aware of where you can set up boundaries so that you don't feel like you're drowning, right? Like you want to feel like you're floating and not drowning. Does that make sense? Because there's nothing wrong with being who you are, right? Being an empath, being someone who's very in touch with their emotions is actually such a gift to humanity. But you have to be very cautious that you don't drown yourself, right? That you're just waiting and you're enjoying it. So we have that so far. We have jump in, adventure, just say yes to change. Okay, so I feel like we're gonna definitely see some kind of changes that are occurring right now within your soul path, right? So your soul mission, you know, you're, I think, taking basically some upgrades within your path, right? You're kind of stopping along the way to like refreshen up or however you want to think about it, but getting some energetic upgrades to continue forward on your mission. And we have child of the cosmos, the intelligence of the universe lies within you. I mean, that is definitely a confirmation, right? That you're a star seed. And if you're not familiar with star seeds, I mean, if you're watching this, I feel like everybody is, because this is specifically has to do with your soul mission, right? And so being a star seed, you've reincarnated here on earth to figure out what it is that your soul mission is. So if you're not sure what it is, you're already on the right path. So, or Spirit is preparing you to get on the right path. So I think the tarot cards will give us a little bit more clarity, but that's what I see so far. Yeah. And then we have temperance. Exactly. So right now I think you're gaining the balance that you require for your soul mission, right? You're learning how to set boundaries for yourself so that you can always be within your own power, and you're kind of learning to kind of flow more with the universe, right? With this, like jump in, like you're learning to trust the universe. Some of you, I think, you know, this could just be a pit stop, like I said earlier, on your soul mission. This is going to be just very specific to you, so just take it as it resonates. But we have temperance. Yeah, look at that, we got the full. I think for the majority, I mean, yeah, I think for the majority of you, this might be like kind of the start of your soul mission. I think for some of you, you've already started it, but this is again like a pit stop on the way, because yeah, that's total confirmation right there. And then we have Seven of Wands. Yep, see, you're learning how to come into your own peace. You're learning inner peace, which is really essential when you're working on your soul mission, right? Because the soul mission takes so much of your energy. It takes so much of your passion, and thus it should, because that's what you're meant to do, right? And so because of this, you're learning how to be, again, quiet and peaceful within, and trying to figure out how to balance yourself, right? Yep, that makes sense. And then the last card we have is Four of Pentacles. Yeah, so you need to hang on to your energy more, right? Like, because that's the thing, is she's like holding on to this bag, you know, of pentacles. And in this case, it's a good thing, because you know, we as your spiritual team, right, is kind of what they're saying, is boundaries are extremely important with your soul mission, because I think you're an empath. You know, and if you don't already know this, definitely look into that, because it is a highly sensitive, energetic thing, right? So you have to be very conscious of where your energy goes. So this is what you're going to be learning, okay, over this next time. I see a lot. I do see some fours here, so that could be like indicate like 4 months, right? Or 4 weeks. I don't know, something to do for. I would say probably months as you're working on building this. Really, it's a foundation. Let's see the animal spirit that's kind of guiding this part of your journey. We have the peacock spirit, let it shine. Yeah, exactly, right? Like, let it shine to people who are worth your energy, right? Because that's what you're gonna learn about being on your soul journey. Is part of being a light worker, right? And part of coming here and having a soul journey is we're assigned, right? I mean, not necessarily assigned, but our energy is kind of electric to specific people. So you basically have a certain group of people that you're meant to help, right? Like, this is kind of what's been decided. This is so we can get the energy where it needs to go, right? So not everyone is going to call to you. Not everyone is going to, you know, be interested in seeing your beautiful feathers, right? And that's okay. And that's what you're going to learn, you know, as you're going through kind of being with your peace and learning to be within your power. If you haven't seen my collective message, I definitely recommend watching it. I'll link it up here because I think it ties into a lot of this of coming into your power, and that's really what's going on in the collective right now as a whole. And so I think that's really beautiful. So you're learning these really powerful foundations so that once these foundations are in place, you can really let that sun shine, right? But that's what's going on right now, okay? So realize that. And I'm seeing another 4 here. So I really do have a strong feeling it's 4 months. So, you know, things can always change because we have free will, you know, and if you're actively working on things now that you're conscious of this, you know, you could speed it up type of thing. So, but it's just about working actively on yourself, right? And your mindsets and the things that you need to change. It takes a lot of introspection. So I am seeing like a 4-month period. So, you know, work with your guides and stuff like that to get more clarity. But this is good because understand the importance of this, right? And what this is truly preparing you for your soul mission. It's such an essential stop or start, right? In the sense that if you've already been on your soul mission, and you'll know if you've been on your soul mission because you just know. You have this kind of inner knowing of being like, yeah. And so, but for some of you, this is just the start. And that's why this is important to have this foundation, because it's going to propel you forward, okay? Let's see any last messages then around your soul mission. We have dance with life. Do something to change your energy. Exactly. So remember, you're coming into balance, right? And so it's about making sure that you know your boundaries and who you do choose to spend your time with. Make sure there are people who elevate your energy, right? Who basically make you feel positive and uplifted and basically raise your frequency, right? Because Spirit wants you to continue to be around people who do make your frequency rise, because that's also essential in your ascension. All right. And then we got activated earth, power places, ley lines, trust where you're led. Exactly, like trust that this is happening in divine timing, and whatever downloads that you're gonna be getting. Intuition is on point with this new moon in Pisces going on right now. This is timeless, so whenever you're seeing this, doesn't matter necessarily, but intuition is extremely heightened during this time. And so if you're seeing this around that time, know that, you know, your intuition is a lot clearer. So listen and try to be more open to seeing it, right? With this clear vision, right? With this clear water. So allow that to be the case, because if you allow your intuition to direct you, it will be easier to move through this kind of learning experience, right? This lesson. And then we have starseed. What lights you up? There you go. Spirit confirmed it, right? I said you were a starseed. So if you're like, okay, so this is my soul mission, right? Like, I don't know, you know, what more do I need? Like, what do I do from here? I don't really know what I'm supposed to do to help people. You're gonna find out along the way, okay? Again, that's like kind of trusting where you're led. You may not know all the answers right now. That's okay. Just start following what does feel right, right? So that's what Spirit wants you to be reflecting on as you are kind of building these boundaries, right? And learning to follow your intuition and just say yes to things that are like, I mean, yeah, that kind of does interest me. I'm gonna look into it, you know? So what lights you up? What is it that really makes you be like, I mean, I like it? Whether it's unconventional, no matter what people think, no matter what it is, what makes you feel excited? What would you like love to do, right? And so really think about that, because Spirit is confirming that you're definitely a starseed. So like I mentioned, your soul mission is, you know, predetermined, right? So it will unfold for you no matter what, as long as you allow it to be so, right? So just surrender and allow this to happen, and again, flow with the universe, right? Because you're a child of the cosmos, a starseed. So it's freaking beautiful. And then we have Anna, grandmother of Jesus, seeding the light, laying foundations, divine plan. I mean, mic drop, right? Like, they literally just summarize everything I just said, right? Exactly. You're laying foundations that are essential for your soul mission, okay? Divine plan is at work here, okay? Divine orchestration. So again, don't stress too much the details, or you're feeling like you don't understand what's happening. Trust me, I get it, but just allow it to unfold for you, because it will as it needs to. Spirit will never overwhelm you with things that you can't handle, and Spirit will never not allow things for you, right? Everything is going to unfold as it needs to. So just for the next, you know, 4 months or so, just focus on setting these boundaries, and just focus on having fun. You know, focus on dancing with life. How can you bring yourself more joy every single day? Even if it's as simple as going to Starbucks and getting a coffee, right? Whatever. If you feel like that's something that really lightens up your day, figure out those things. Figure out a few things, maybe 3 or 4 things, because 4 seems to be a pretty significant number here, that, you know, maybe look at 4 things that you can do that can brighten your day every single day. Just extra little milestones that you can do for yourself that will make you feel empowered, right? And will make you feel rejuvenated and like you're floating, right, with yourself. Because that's the thing, is you got to build this strong inner foundation of just saying yes to things and kind of flowing with change and enjoying life. That's a big part of it. And so just kind of sit back for a bit, right? And kind of just work on things as they come, but don't focus too much on, okay, but what's next? Okay, so because it's definitely going to appear to you as it will. So overall, this is your message on some updates with your soul mission, which is really beautiful. So definitely leave a comment down below what your thoughts are in this, and leave a like and consider subscribing, and I will see you guys in the next pick a card reading. All right, group 2, welcome to your reading. You chose Angel Aura, my favorite. It's so beautiful. Did you see it in the close-up? It was like shimmering and glimmering, and I was like, oh, it's so beautiful. All right, so first we're gonna jump into the oracle cards, and then we'll do tarot, and then some more oracle cards. So in case you see a mixture of cards, I'm sure you've seen these decks and you've heard other people say they're kind of similar. So I've kind of went through and looked at all the cards and kind of made my own decks with, you know, specific intentions. So yeah, so if you see a mix of cards, that's why. But yeah, just wanted to give you that. So the first cards are going to give us just a quick overlook into what's going on currently on your soul mission. Tarot cards can explain more. And then the animal spirit guide that's going to be with you throughout this soul mission, and then kind of some final messages, okay? So let's jump straight into it. All right, so we have Earth pulsing, pulse of mother, slow down, time in nature. Okay, so already we have spending, I think there needs to be almost like an energy upgrade is what I'm getting, because it's kind of hard to see, but you can see there's like a person laying down and Earth pulsing, right? Like Mother Earth is basically like sending, you know, this person her vibrations, and so there's an energy upgrade that needs to take place in nature. So, you know, especially with spring coming, depending on where you're at in the world, but with this kind of warmer season coming, there needs to be a connection with nature. So definitely spend some time connecting with nature and getting that upgrade and kind of just getting refreshed. That's kind of more what it is what I'm hearing. And then we have unbound, releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. Okay, so right now, you know, you're going through, basically you're cutting cords, energetic cords, whether you're conscious of it or not. Just because you're raising your frequency and working on yourself, these things are occurring because it's in divine timing. So right now, your soul mission, you're releasing basically old things that are in the way of you progressing, maybe some old karma from past lives, right? The tarot cards might explain it a little bit more. Let's see what else we got. We have trust the timing, trust the wave that you came in on. Time is not running out. Okay, yep. So trust trust what's going on. And then we have Earth School, life lessons, soul growth study, higher learning. Okay, so remember how I said Earth pulsing? I think there could be some, you know, maybe even messages that you're gonna get as you connect more with nature over the next couple of months, is definitely what I'm hearing. That's a beautiful card, Earth School. Yeah, you're really learning a lot of soul lessons. So let's see what your tarot cards have to say. We have Five of Wands in reverse. Okay, so no conflict. That's good. You're definitely at peace. We have the Wheel. The Wheel of Fortune is turning in your favor for your soul mission, right? Like I think you've worked through conflict, and again, you're working through lots of energetic cords. And so I think for most of you, you may have been consciously working on this, right? Maybe you didn't realize that it was actually like a soul pattern that you were working on, and it was like a karmic thing basically, right? And so, but that's what you've been working on, because this is in reverse, so that's beautiful. And then we have the Moon, the unconscious. Yeah, so actually now I take that back, I think, in the sense that now I think it's half and half. I think half of you basically have been consciously working on kind of releasing old things that no longer serve you, and then the other half have not been conscious that they've been doing it, but again, because you've been working on yourself in general, it's been raising your frequency, and then it's just happening. So I knew I caught that earlier. So, but regardless, no matter whether you've been consciously aware of this or not, the wheel is turning in your favor, and this is releasing old karmic debts that you no longer will have to pay. And everything that you've been doing has been helping release those, right? So that you can ascend and get on your soul mission and start doing what you want to do that will make you happy. But just trust that everything is happening in divine timing. There's no need to do anything more to rush it. Just keep doing what you're doing and just spend more time in nature, okay? Because, you know, Earth, we have Earth energy here twice. And then we have the Nine of Swords. Oh, wow, look at that. Okay, so you could be feeling, I think you might be feeling some of the energy from this. And again, whether you're conscious of it or not, you're releasing a lot of energy, right? So I think it's making you feel kind of depressed or lost or anxious, just basically in fear, right? Feeling like, I don't know what's going on, I just feel so clouded. But just realize that this is how you're feeling, just understand what's happening, right? Because if you look closer, you have all of these ravens, right? So the death of something, right? So we're talking about the death of these energetic cords, right? So we have the death of something, and then you have like a white raven over here, like almost ethereal, so like a spirit, right? And then there's kind of like this big light. And so that's kind of what's happening, is all this energy is coming up because all these old cords, right? All these are energetic cords are dying, right? Like ego deaths, you're just killing in the sense that all the energy that's no longer serving you is being dispelled. And so that's why you might be feeling kind of heavy right now, but just realize, again, trust the timing and realize what's happening and connect with Earth, because that will make kind of the healing basically be complete. Like if you are feeling really overwhelmed, just go out into nature and nature will take care of the rest, okay? Nature will hold you and will help heal and release these, okay? So that's what I'm getting. That's beautiful. Just that, you know, Spirit is really here to help you, okay? So don't feel like you have to handle this all on your own. You're learning lessons right now, right? You're learning, again, life lessons, soul growth. You're doing things that you need to do that are going to help you in your soul mission. We have the Armadillo Spirit, set healthy boundaries, okay? So set healthy boundaries for yourself in the sense of, you know, if you have been working on, you know, kind of, again, releasing conflict, right? Or releasing things that no longer serve you. Make sure that you're setting healthy boundaries along with that, okay? Because this is the animal spirit that's guiding you at this point in your journey. So just be aware of that make sure you're understanding that once you cut these ties, that space is going to be available. So be very cautious about what, and conscious of what is going to be filling that space, okay? That's kind of what I'm hearing, is set the boundary that as these spaces are becoming available, and your energy is becoming more clear and you're feeling more clear, make sure that you don't allow things to just come in and clog it back up, okay? So that's what I'm hearing with that. So set healthy boundaries. So once that's clear, you're like, no, let's go. I'm ready to move forward. Yes, see, just say yes. Say yes to new opportunities, but make sure that you're paying attention. Again, make sure that you're evaluating and consciously thinking about what you're saying yes to, and make sure that it's serving you. Use your intuition, okay? Definitely use your intuition. And you're divinely guided, so you'll get what they call the niggle, right? Or you'll get like kind of that voice in your head being like, I don't know, or being like, yeah, I want to do this. That's how you know, okay? And then we have break the chain, ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future. Exactly. Look at that. Those are two like different kind of card pulls too, because these are technically different decks. So that is totally beautiful, because that's exactly what's happening is you're breaking all of these, their past, I think it's karmatic past life stuff. And it is in the form of just kind of feeling like a cord, right? Feeling like a chain, like an energetic chain that just weighs on you. It's like this cloud that's just followed you all this time, right? And now you are breaking it. And so again, that space is going to be available to you. So just make sure that you're not allowing anyone to take advantage of your energy. That's going to be, because you're going to feel completely energized and clear and new, and just don't allow someone to come in and just take it from you, right? Like, so definitely know that, you know, higher realms are definitely at work, and spend time in nature, because you're going to get the energy upgrades that you need, okay? But overall, this is an update on your soul mission. So definitely let me know down below what your thoughts are on this, and leave me a like and consider subscribing, and I will see you guys in the next pick a card reading. All right, group 3, welcome to your reading. Let's jump straight in. So first we're gonna start with some oracle cards to give us a little bit of an overview of what's going on. And then we have tarot cards and an animal spirit who's going to be guiding you, and then some last messages. So I just want to put out, in case you see a mix of these cards, I'm sure you're familiar with these decks and you've heard other tarot readers talk about how they're pretty similar. So I went through and basically just looked at all the cards and created my own, so with specific meanings. So if you just see a mix throughout here, just realize that that was intentional. But yeah, let's go ahead and jump straight into it. So these first cards are going to tell us what's going on in your soul mission. We have Minnetonkan, longing for home, belonging, the original light workers. Okay, so definitely part of your soul mission is you have had many reincarnations. In other words, this could be your last reincarnation here on earth, and you were just meant to help this part of the consciousness, right? This part of the collective, raise that so that we can advance, right? And then you're going to be able to reincarnate in a different, situation next time. I don't know, right? We don't quite know, but I think that's a big part of just knowing a little bit more about where you kind of come from. So if you don't know much about like your starseed lineage, I would definitely look into that, because it's completely fascinating to learn maybe some of your past lives and kind of where you come from. And so if you've never felt like you belonged, that's like one of the, if you've always just kind of felt off, right? Like that's one of the kind of telltale signs of a starseed. We have Earth, longing how to be human in the world but not of it. Look at that. Yeah, I think you're feeling really isolated right now, right? And you're not really sure why. And again, this is just, it's because you're basically remembering more of your soul memories. And so your soul specifically, has, I think, reincarnated here on earth before, but kind of struggles with it, right? Because I think you're someone who is, again, a little bit more of a hermit energy, but lots of spiritual knowledge because of it, right? And so that's the thing, is you always long to be alone, or you feel like you just belong somewhere else, and you've always felt that, and you're always like, I just feel like I belong somewhere else, and you just never knew what it was. And that's why, right? So it's kind of what you're learning right now in your soul mission is to kind of just learn how to be part of this experience, right? So even though you've reincarnated here before, maybe that's not the case for all of you. Some of you could be new. This is your first reincarnation, and that is why you are, you know, maybe feeling the struggle of learning how to be human. So just take it as it feels right. But regardless, you're just kind of learning to blend in a little bit more with this new energy and just kind of what's going on, because maybe it's been thousands and thousands and thousands of years since you last reincarnated here on Earth, you know, and the energy was way different back then, right? So yeah, it's kind of, there's a lot that can go on. So just listen to your intuition, see what's guiding you, but starseed stuff is very fascinating. I think you should look into it, because I think it would help you maybe get clarity too on the different things about yourself that you've never understood, right? And then we have karmic relationships, Orion energy, soul growth, conflict. Okay, so I think the tarot cards might dig a little bit more into this, but right now it seems like you're breaking some karmic cycles, which could make sense, you know, if you've reincarnated a few times. We all build up different karma. It's just part of the experience, right? So you're kind of completing a cycle to be able to push your soul mission forward. And then we have messenger, Cyrus energy, bringing harmony and balance. Oh, I see. Oh, shit. You guys, oh my God. Okay, this is big. Okay, this is big. Okay, hold on. So this is like what your soul mission is. I've never had it be this clear. Like, this is so clear. Like, because why I love this is there's no face to this. And so this is like basically your energy. So if you're not aware of like what your soul mission is, it's to be a messenger of spirit. It's to bring harmony and balance. So you should really, you know, think about that. If you're not sure how that relates into your life, really think about that, because that's the main purpose of your soul mission. How you do it is up to you, right? That's up to however it resonates with you, but you should really look into, okay, how can I be a messenger for spirit? Because that's what you are. And I think why, you know, you're going through some of these karmic relationships too is because you're kind of meant to have a lot of knowledge on the human experience as well, right? So you can be a good messenger who understands the people, right? The people in the sense of humans, and who understands spirit. There's kind of that balance of kind of knowing both sides really well. So that's really what I'm getting, and that's really powerful, and it really makes sense with these cards, because you're feeling like you're always felt like you don't belong, and it's because you are this really powerful catalyst for spirit, and you've been always a powerful messenger. And so I would really look into that. That is crazy. Like, if tarot cards call to you, that's a way that you can serve that mission, right? There's tons of different ways. I would definitely look into it. That is, this is blowing my mind. Okay, we haven't even gotten to the tarot cards. This is gonna be so good. All right, let's see. We have the Page of Wands in reverse. Okay, yeah, see, you don't, I think, know how to be the messenger, right? I think some of you do, but I think for the majority of you, you don't know how to do that. Like, you're like, okay, so how do I do that? I don't know. I don't even know. And it's okay, because again, everything is coming in divine timing. So don't stress too much about trying to figure it out. Just sorry, there was like the loudest, like weirdest siren that kept going through all these different cycles. So I'm sorry, I don't know. Yeah, maybe that's a sign for like spirit being like, please listen, that this is like seriously so big. Like, okay, so in the sense, don't get stressed too much and don't think too much about how you're going to accomplish this, because it will be like revealed to you in divine timing. Just accept that this is what your soul mission is, and now allow your interest, right, your passion, to kind of direct you. Like, okay, what should I go? Because that's what you need to figure out, right? You need to figure out what your passion is and how you want to be a catalyst for spirit. Okay, what really calls to you with that? The Star. Exactly, knowledge, right? Lots of spiritual knowledge that you possess, that is just waiting to be. You're a really big part of raising the collective. So if you haven't seen my collective message, definitely watch it, because you're a big part of the awakening of this time. You're here to raise the consciousness of the collective, right? So that is, you're a messenger. You're someone who's meant to deliver different information to the people, okay? So really take that and go with it. Dang. We have the 5 of Cups. Yeah, so you feel like you're empty, right? You feel like something is missing, and that's because your soul is literally calling for you to step into this position, right? To really follow this messenger soul mission, to step into this. And so you feel empty and you're feeling like, I don't really know, but realize this spark that lives within inside you and just accept it, right? Yeah, because we have the 5 of Pentacles. Oh, okay. Yeah, exactly. The 5 of Pentacles, right? She, again, is filling in kind of despair, right? And the door is locked and she's like, I'm locked out. I don't know what to do. Yet the key is like right by the door, right? And so that's the thing, is that's what Spirit is trying to tell you, is you feel kind of empty, right? In a way, right? You've always just felt like something is missing. You've always felt this your whole life. And you need to just realize that nothing is missing besides you accepting who you are. Does that make sense? So I hope this kind of was that thing that could make you be like, okay, I'm great, right? I'm someone who's really meant to help the people, okay? Really meant to help the collective, in whatever way you want to give out Spirit's message is going to be completely up to you. Let's see the spirit animal. Yeah. That is going to be guiding you. The fox spirit. Think on your feet. Exactly, right? Just follow that intuition. Your intuition is so strong. So if you just listen to it, everything is going to be taken care of, okay? So think on your feet. Think when things are happening, go with it and be like, what is right for me, this way or this way, right? And get out of this energy of feeling like, I'm stuck, I can't get anywhere, I don't know what to do, how am I ever gonna escape this feeling, how am I ever gonna escape this situation, right? Spirit's like saying that over and over. We know you feel this way, but it's not part of your soul mission. Don't get stuck in this energy. Realize how powerful you are, realize you're the messenger. Okay, so now we have like kind of some last advice, which, I mean, there's a lot of cards. We have get grounded, empaths. Okay, so you're an empath, which also makes sense, right? So highly sensitive, connect with nature. You're the messenger, okay? So get those energetic upgrades. So the first thing you need to do is go out into nature and do some meditation, okay? Or just be still and just allow the kind of energy of Mother Earth to connect with yours and almost give you like an energy upgrade, right? Because you're an empath, you need to connect with nature and really kind of, you might even get like intuition downloads about this soul mission, right? More about the messenger. So let's see what else we got. Yep, called soul gifts and training. It's time to step up. Exactly, you've been here, right? Like you've trained for this. You've had multiple reincarnations. I think that's definitely the case. You've had multiple reincarnations, and like I said, this is probably your last one, because you're meant to really be such a powerful catalyst for Spirit during this time. And so you're being called to accept this, because you need to realize how much, you know, how important your soul mission and soul gift is. Okay, this is so beautiful, you guys. I just like am basking in this energy. The way that I feel is like very fluttery, right? Like I just feel very, this is just light and beautiful and almost like protection. I feel like protection. So it's just, you have so much like divine wisdom and power that I don't even think you realize. Like, I hope your mind is kind of blown in the sense, please just realize and accept, and don't let your ego be like, no way, that's not me. Don't let your ego accept like and tell you that you're not great, because you really are here to do something amazing, okay? And we have wait, it's not yet time, things are being woven. So exactly, so you're being called to start, but don't worry too much about how do I do this. Things are being planned out in divine timing, okay? So the only thing you need to do right now is get grounded and connect with nature. That's all Spirit is asking. And then everything else will be revealed to you in divine timing, okay? So just wait, just be patient. This is more for your awareness. So if you're watching this, know that this was definitely in divine timing. timing, and now roll with the acceptance of this, and now just get yourself grounded. That's all you need to do, because I think you're finishing these karmic cycles, right? You're finishing these different things so that you can grow and get yourself to a place where you can go through that portal of, okay, I'm accepting my calling, right? Oh man, that was just crazy. Lifting the veil, questioning everything, anything aligned must go. Yeah, right now you're getting, I think, so many intuition downloads of like, again, you're an empath, so I think you're feeling things that you're like, this doesn't feel right anymore. This doesn't feel like me anymore, but this has been me for 10 years. Listen, I'm an empath myself, and part of kind of being a catalyst of spirit is you do change a lot. I had a completely different persona a year or so ago, right? And once I kind of accepted my spiritual awakening and just accepted me, my whole like perception of myself changed, like my environment changed, my style changed, like everything. Because when you just see past the veil and you see who you truly are, you step into what feels completely right and natural. So that's what spirit wants you to do, is, you know, anything aligned that doesn't feel natural or doesn't make you feel completely content, it has to go. Okay, everything in your life, like literally, this is a great time to do spray cleaning. Go through your whole house and declutter everything, right? Go through every single thing and say, do I actually use this? Does this bring me joy? In that sense, because even in stuff like that, right? Like allow the energy, everything just needs to be completely refreshed, because you're about to step into a really high, powerful energy, right? So you're getting things that are no longer serving you out of the way. And then we have the cosmic heart, devotion, potency, make your life a moving prayer. Exactly. When you get rid of what no longer serves you, you're opening up more space for energy. So you're gonna feel, you're basically gonna, I think, open up the space to get these messages from spirit. That's what it is that you may feel like in your head, you're like, I don't understand how I can be a catalyst for spirit because my thoughts are everywhere, or whatever, you know, is the case. But that's the thing, is when you're releasing these karmic cycles and you're kind of releasing things that don't resonate with your higher self, you're making the space for energy. You're making the space for these intuition downloads, for messages from spirit to come through. God, that can be so much more real, right? Like, that's exactly what's going on. Oh my God, group 3, I can't get over this. Like, I've never had a reading like this that is like this intense and direct. It's just far as being like, this is like, everything is so clear. I just, And then we have all paths lead home, inner authority, intuition. Right? What I just said, like, turn your gaze within, get yourself grounded, and just accept your soul mission. And again, don't let it be something that overwhelms you and feeling like, well, I need to figure all this out now, because again, everything is being woven out for you in divine timing. Just focus on what you need to focus on right now. Don't worry about the other pieces. They'll be revealed to you in no time, right? So just focus on getting grounded. That's the only thing you need to do right now, besides accepting this and kind of realizing this and being like, okay, fine, let's go. This is beautiful, group 3. So definitely let me know down below what your thoughts are on this, and leave me a like and consider subscribing. And I will definitely see you guys in the next pick a card reading. All right, group 4, welcome to your reading. Chose the amethyst. Let's jump straight in. So we're going to start with your oracle cards, and then we're going to do tarot cards, and then I have more oracle cards. So there's a mixture of cards here because I have totally basically taken these 2 decks and made my own, because I'm sure you've heard other tarot readers say they're kind of similar. They have some similar messages. So I went through and just completely looked at all the cards and just put them specifically into what I felt like matched with Starseed and like work your light themes. Okay, so yeah, you might just see the cards mixed up. But overall, let's jump straight in and just get a first overlook on your soul mission. We have Star Brothers, Horus energy, protection, loyalty, safety, and trust. you're definitely divine protected, okay? So part of your soul mission, know that you have a very strong spiritual team and a lot of really powerful like beings and souls looking out for you, okay? So that's one thing I'm getting so far, which is beautiful. We have you're not alone, isolation, physical connection, okay? So again, you might be feeling isolated, right? And feeling like, oh, I'm alone, but your spirit team really wants you to understand how divinely protected and watched over you are, because we have this too. Realize that you're not alone, okay? This is a very essential part right now in your soul mission, is to truly understand and accept that you are not alone, and spend time, you know, really realizing your spiritual team and who protects you, right? And then we have I remember, soul plan, the fated life versus the destiny life. Look at that. Yeah, you're remembering, you're gonna start getting a lot of like soul memories. All of a sudden you're gonna just know things that people are like, how did I know that? I don't know, I just know that. Because that's your soul's memories. As you're starting to align yourself to your higher self, right? And as you're starting to raise your frequency, you're getting closer and closer, as they say, to like the destiny versus fated life, right? You're getting closer to what was really part of your soul path, right? And so again, what is needed right now is just accepting that you're not alone and your soul journey is divinely guided, and this is not a path that you have to walk alone. And you're gonna start remembering who you are, okay? And then we have lost lands, soul memories and gifts. You've done this before. I'm getting some Atlantis vibes, so that might resonate for some of you that, you know, maybe you really resonate with a past life with Atlantis. You don't have to. But we do have, you know, now 2 cards here that are talking about soul memories. You're going to remember a lot, and it definitely seems like you hold a lot of divine wisdom with the amethyst. That's going to be part of your soul mission, okay? So right now, so far, it's just kind of about accepting that you're going to be getting a lot of intuition downloads, and just allow yourself to do that, especially with the amethyst, right? Your third eye is really on point right now, so allow the space for that to come through, okay? And then we have the great severing, Mars energy, anger, conflict, softening to love, okay? So I think that could be what is happening. I think for some of you, you could have had a breakup over the, you know, kind of lockdown period. I'm getting that for some of you, and that's why you're kind of feeling some loneliness. I don't think that is the case for all of you, but for some of you. But in general, you're kind of learning how to open up more of your heart chakra, right? And so that's, again, realizing that the illusion of loneliness is just that, an illusion, right? And so being open to seeing what is truly around you and the love and support that you have from your spiritual team. Freaking beautiful. That card is stunning. Okay, let's see what else do they have to say. Yeah, 3 of Swords. Dang it, did I not call it? Like, I think some of you had a heartbreak, right? And so it's left you feeling kind of just broken, right? And feeling lonely and feeling like fuck love type of thing. But don't have that type of attitude with love, right? Because again, you want to realize that everything happens for a reason. So that relationship was something that you needed to learn from, okay? It's something that you had to experience. And so now that it's out of your life, now you can move forward with your soul mission, right? Yep. And then we have the King of Swords. Yeah, so it's about conquering your thoughts, okay? It's about really being in your own divine inner power. And that's what you're going to be learning. And that's another reason why it had to end, right? Is you had to learn how to come within your own power. And so your thoughts are going to transition as you start remembering more of your soul mission, and you start connecting more to, or your soul memories, right? And you start connecting to your higher self. These thoughts are gonna start changing into coming into your power. If you haven't seen my collective message, I definitely recommend watching it, because I think it can help give you even more insight and messages onto why you've awoken at this point in time. But your thoughts are gonna transition to being in your power, okay? So realize that that's why that's happening, and your soul is gonna be, your higher self is gonna be stepping into the default, okay? Yep. And then we have the Hierophant. Look at that. Yeah, so right now, again, you're basically getting an enlightenment, right? So you're at the end of kind of this painful part of your journey. And now the next part of your soul mission is to basically become enlightened, to become the Hierophant, right? To remember all of your spiritual knowledge and now be able to take it and do what you want, because these cards are kind of familiar, like kind of similar, right? That, you know, they look enlightened. They're kind of in similar poses, right? And behind them, or this one is by her, but this one's behind him. It's kind of like the universe opening, right? And so that's really like what is happening, is you're getting the enlightenment that you need for your soul mission. So realize that, you know, the ending of this relationship, and maybe it wasn't a relationship, but in general, something has caused your heart to break, right? It could be a job, right? It could just be like disappointment. Just in general, something is causing you to feel heartbroken and lonely. And so just know that that was meant to happen to get you out of your situation so that you can step into your higher power. And then we have the Seven of Swords. Yeah, I think don't let yourself be the one kidnapping your thoughts. Does that make sense? Like, that's kind of what I'm getting with this, right? Is we have this thief, and he has like a knife, right? And he's stealing like these raven's feathers, and the raven is like, oh my gosh, right? It's like a thief in the night. And it's kind of like, this is almost like yourself, right? It's like your shadow self. Like, don't allow yourself to continue to be stuck in this heartbreak energy. Kind of just come to a place of acceptance and realizing that it was meant to end because you deserve better and you're meant for greater things, okay? And realize that there's a lot more that's going to be basically revealed to you very soon. And so letting go of this energy will push you where you need to go so that you can basically trigger this kind of enlightenment, right? So yeah, don't allow yourself to steal your own thoughts. Allow yourself to stop and say, no, I'm gonna change this, okay? Let's see the animal spirit that's gonna be guiding you. We have the rhino spirit. Look at that. Overcome any obstacle. Look at the energy that's guiding you right now. You can overcome this, okay? You can overcome these feelings of, you know, heartbreak, of anxiety. These are all illusions that you no longer have to feel, okay? You deserve to feel in your power, and you deserve to feel in love and light. And so the rhino spirit is here to help you overcome this obstacle. So allow this energy to come in and you take charge, right? You take charge of no longer feeling in this energy, and you remove it. Okay, and there's still a beauty to it, right? Because there's like, you know, flowers all around this rhino. So that's the thing, is you overcome any obstacles and allow the rhino spirit to help you do it, okay? Let's see some last messages then around your soul mission. We have warrior woman. Have you answered your deepest calling? Yeah, so it's kind of, Spirit just wants to start encouraging you to start thinking about what truly brings you joy. What is it that, you know, you really want to do? Because that's the thing, is you have a specific soul mission, but you can really do it in a way that makes you the happiest, right? We're all just here to help raise the consciousness of the collective, and we all have different gifts and, you know, abilities and stuff to help us do that. So it's time to really start looking inward and, again, filling into your power and seeing what it is that makes you feel powerful. What would you want to do that would make you feel like you're helping people, and it will be basically empowering, right? Like, you're gonna reach this enlightenment and continue that empowering moment. So yeah, definitely consider thinking about that as you're starting to, you know, overcome this mindset. We have Star Mother. How can you mother yourself? Yeah, and if there's still some healing that needs to be done, that's okay. You take your time, because everyone's situation is going to be different. So how can you mother yourself? This is kind of like step one, right? You basically need to look at yourself and say, what do you need to move forward from this situation, to move forward from this heartbreak? What do we need? And think about what you need, and then allow yourself to do that so that you can move forward, okay? You need to nurture yourself so that this energy can no longer have power over you, right? And then the last card we have is water your garden. Yeah, nourishment, tenderness, rest, exactly. Being kind and patient with yourself. As you know, I think it's it's easy to be like, well, fine, I'm just gonna not think about it anymore. But that's the thing, is you need to change your mindset, but that doesn't happen overnight. You need to be patient with yourself. Being conscious about changing this mindset. You know, what do I need to feel better? Even if it's every day, you just treat yourself a little bit. Go get yourself a coffee or buy croissants, right? Or whatever it is for you. Just do something extra every day that doesn't take a lot of time, but it's just a little extra effort for yourself. And just allow yourself to be mothered and nurtured a little bit and loved, okay? That's definitely what I'm getting, so that you can get out of this energy and really basically come into your power, right? Come into these memories, and don't stress too much about rushing it or am I doing anything wrong. Just continue doing what you're doing and actively working on letting this heartbreak go, and everything will happen in divine timing, okay? But this definitely gives you a snapshot into your soul mission right now. So definitely let me know what you think about it down below. Leave me a like and consider subscribing. And I will see you guys in the next pick a card reading.